ShopperTrak are the global leader in location-based analytics for retail, and we've been in this segment for around 18 years. We were one of the sort of pioneers of the industry, and we've been in this region for approximately 8 years, and we are now sort of putting much emphasis on the analytics side of our business to allow retailers and mall owners to understand what's going on in and around their retail environment.
Okay, great. Thank you for that then, Rob. So my first question is about data analytics. So data analytics are quickly becoming a necessity for the retail industry. How is ShopperTrak keeping up with the demand in the Middle East?
Well, being the sort of leader in this field, a couple of years ago we invested in 2 interior analytics focused companies that we acquired after much research, and we believe we took on best in breed technologies. And now under the wing of ShopperTrak, we are offering technologies in form of Bluetooth and video analytics that allow us to track the behavior of consumers inside a mall or retail store environment, to allow the retailer to understand the shopping behaviors and to use that understanding to drive revenue by correlating those analytics in relation to increasing traffic, growing the conversion for the retailer, and also increasing the average transaction size. So we recognise that there's a lot of data out there under the umbrella of big data, and it's very crucial to narrow down that data and provide it to retailers in an easy to understand format that provides actionable business insights that allow the retailer to make changes that affect those profit pillars of sort of traffic, conversion and average transaction size.
Okay, great, thank you. My next question is going to be a bit about the experience. So how does ShopperTrak's solution enable retailers and malls to enhance the shopping experience?
So once you get an understanding of what your shoppers are doing in and around your environment, then you can start to act upon those metrics. So for example, one of the things we can tell retailers with our technologies is how many people are walking past the store versus the percentage of those people walking past that are drawn into the store. And if you've got an understanding of those KPIs, then you can start to try and manipulate them. And with this example, one way would be to dress your windows differently and see the effects that has. Another example of a metric we offer is abandonment rate, so the number of people entering a retail store and leaving inside a minute. And when compared to, say, a sister store that has got twice the abandonment rate, why is that happening there? And what can be done about it? Why is that not happening in this store, but it's twice as high in the sister store? So once you start understanding new KPIs, you start being able to manipulate them in favour of the business by understanding the consumer and shaping the environment, whether it be the layout or the staffing, to suit the flow of customers and their experience.
Okay, I mean it's definitely really exciting stuff actually when you hear how it's going to relate to, well, it relates to all of us. My next question obviously is all about the solutions really. So solutions such as the ones ShopperTrak offers produce masses of data that isn't always easy to understand. Do you find that it's an issue for your customers? And if so, what does ShopperTrak have in place to avoid this pitfall?
Okay, so around 18 months ago, ShopperTrak launched a new reporting platform which is web-based, and that platform's called Insights, which is very fitting because it's about providing our users, our customers, our retailers with insights on the data. So not just providing raw data, but illustrative data in the form of graphs, charts, and easy to understand presentation, so that the retailer, whether it be a store manager, a district manager, a CEO, has visibility on their own area of responsibility, a single store, a district of stores, so that they can interpret that data easily, and we offer actual suggestions on how that data is interpreted, and that's automatically offered via our reporting, via algorithms. And the feedback we've had is that it's much easier to interpret that data and apply business changes that have been sort of offered from that data. So ShopperTrak Insights has gone a long way to making that a less painful experience and providing actionable business data, which ultimately you have to provide to make sure that there's a return on investment. So that's how we do it.
Definitely. I mean, what is the future for what is the future for shopper analytics in the Middle East?
Well, we believe we're at the forefront of that drive, if you like, in retail. We're talking to some key players here in the Middle East retail sector, a couple of which are piloting, a couple of which are about to start piloting. And I think as long as we stay at the forefront of the business and offer the best in breed technologies with a consultative approach, then we believe that we'll be very much involved in that sort of pioneering new sort of landscape of analytics and shopper behaviour. And I think it's an exciting time. We're taking what was traditionally an offline analytics tool and availability of data into the offline world from the online world. But it's not an easy change. If you make a change on Amazon to merchandise or a product launch, that can be changed overnight and in place. If you make that change in bricks and mortar retail, it can take weeks, if not months, to really have the same kind of change and rollout. So that has to be recognised by somebody like ShopperTrak, who's worked with retailers for almost 2 decades. We have that understanding, and with our latest technologies and assistance, believe we're best positioned to ensure it's rolled out here in this region the way it should be. We decided to be a silver sponsor of the event. We didn't carry out the event last year, but we believe that based on the options available to us in the region this year, this looked like the best one. So we opted for a silver partnership, and we've been very pleased with the event. Yesterday, the first of the 2 days, we were particularly busy, slightly less so today, which I believe is quite common to events, particularly in these parts. So overall, in terms of footfall to the store, to the display, the stand, we've been very happy, and the calibre of visitors has been pretty good. We've had a sort of a 50-50 between actual retailers and vendors, as it were. So that's a pretty good ratio when compared to other show experiences. So obviously time will tell as to a return on investment as any opportunities from these 2 days are taken through to fruition, but we'll see. But as it stands now, we're pretty happy.